I am. I'd like for you to meet Margaux LeMarchal.
Oh, Pascal LeMarchal's daughter. Enchantée. I'm a huge fan of all of his publications, especially Boulet. Oh, that's why I've moved here, to start the American version against Pascal's wishes. Sometimes it needs crossing an ocean to get out of a father's shadow. And what do you do? I mean, besides throw lovely parties. Well, I work for a lot of different charities, making sure people get what they deserve.
Margaux.
Sorry to interrupt. Everything okay? I need a drink and a friend.
You came to the right place. Oh, merci. I need this. Margaux, are you two?
Charlotte set us up. You want to go for a walk?
How about a swim?
I didn't bring my suit.
Neither did I.
I'm sure Jack's happy to have you there. I mean, he seems in good spirits.
Oops.
I'll take that.
He does, doesn't he?
More so now that he's not in that suit. It's as if Margaux was trying to turn him into someone he's not. I just mean that Margaux's from a different world than Jack. Margaux. I wanted to say thank you for the donation and for accepting my invitation. Since I'm covering the summer parties and now you're the one throwing them, it seemed necessary. And I was curious to see how you would erase Victoria from here. Thoroughly, it seems. I like to forget as much of my past as possible. My new mantra. I regret letting Daniel color my earlier opinion of you. Well, we've both been burned by that match. But I like to think he's getting his now that he's the son of the most hated man in America.
What are you doing?
Are you selling access to David Clarke? Maybe sneak in a camera, get some stolen footage?
I'm sorry, I didn't
Get
think...
out of here. I expect better from you.
What, you truly believe others out there are not doing the same?
And that makes it right?
It makes it reality. You know, some of us have a job to do. That's why I'm here. But why are you?
I am fighting for Amanda Clarke. She wanted her father's name cleared and her enemies brought to justice. But what she didn't want was for him to be used by people like you.
You should learn to govern your emotions, Emily. This is such an unflattering color on you. If you've come here to do battle, I must warn you I have an 11:30, so please be concise.
I am not here to argue. In fact, I came to apologize for yesterday. I don't always think clearly when it comes to Amanda.
What I heard from the police makes no sense. She's claiming he attacked her.
She had to shoot him. Self-defense. But I don't accept it, and you can't either. The police must hear the truth from us. When I last spoke with Daniel, he was happy. Committed to turning his life around, to spending it with me. To being a family.
He did love you, Margaux.
That's how I know. She's lying.
Daniel had moved on from Emily. He had no reason to come to her house. She lured him here.
Then killed him in cold blood. You of all people should know that.
But I don't.
How can you say that?
Because I know the truth. Daniel and Emily could never escape one another. And what she inflicted upon him was something he could never forget, and I will always hate her for it.
Then I'll go to the police without you.
Margaux, I am so sorry about Daniel. I can't imagine what you're going through. Please, come sit.
No, I won't be here that long. My attorney just spoke with the police. Apparently, they will not be naming you as a suspect in Daniel's murder. Did you know? Self-defense. They're going to make that official.
Margaux.
No, you need to listen. I know you're lying. You played a game with the police, with Victoria, with who knows how many others. But believe me when I tell you, I do not play. I know you murdered Daniel.
I did not. And I'm just as devastated.
Stop talking and hear me. I'm going to make it my life's journey to see you pay for what you've done. And that journey begins now. We bury Daniel on Friday. You will not be there.
I see now that I made a mistake. Keeping the truth from you has driven you mad, and that's not fair. But I need you to promise me that what I'm about to tell you stays in the family.
I promise.
I have to start at the beginning with a damaged little girl named Amanda Clarke, also known as Emily Thorne.
I gave you the benefit of the doubt, but your reg made it clear that you don't deserve it.
I am the CEO of the 5th largest media conglomerate in the world. Do you really think I know what's being reported in every single one of my publications?
You didn't know. That's your play?
Tell me this. What are people to think when they see you and David Clarke together? Perhaps the occasional distasteful but honest mistake of a magazine is the price of admission when you wear 2 masks.
Is that a threat?
Simply the world you've chosen to live in.
Margaux, I hope you know that I never wanted any of this to happen to Daniel.
Really? Because it seems to me you put those wheels in motion the moment you got to the Hamptons. With lies I'm now fully aware of.
You need to remember the secrets I have about your father. Enough to sink you and the 5th largest media conglomerate in the world.
Then you have my assurance that my publications will steer clear of you and yours.
Then why should I believe you?
Because the man I loved died saving you. And I will not dishonor his last actions by going against his wishes. But Emily, you do know I do not control every news outlet in the world. Sooner or later, the truth will come out.
You handle your own empire. I'll worry about myself.
There's a woman who needs to pay for crossing me.
Want me to pin something on her?
That won't be necessary. She's already committed the crimes.
Then why not turn her over to the police?
I'm missing one crucial detail. Evidence. That's where you come in.
I'll start by tapping her phone. All I need is a name and a number. I get quick results.
Quick results are exactly what I'm looking for.
Miss LeMarchal, is everything okay?
You tell me.
It's April. Are you looking for my ex-wife?
No. No, I found her.
You know where she is?
Which makes one of us. And if you don't do as I ask, I could let another person know where she is. Someone who wants to find her for a completely different reason.
What do you want?
When they hear the whole story, she will be crucified. Well done, Officer Hunter.
Story is airtight. The birth certificate's a fake.
Eh putain d'ordure.
You always knew there was a chance.
I assumed common sense would prevail. What is it about that girl that makes people act against their own best interests? Get in touch with him. Reveal the location of the woman. I don't make empty threats.
Trying to get me on a B&E. Is that the best you could do? Should have brought your FBI pals up here because I both broke and entered. Nice try, though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Word of advice. If you're gonna keep coming at me, you're gonna have to be a hell of a lot smarter.
You think you're invincible?
Not invincible, just better.
I will find your weak spot.
Let me save you the trouble. I don't have one. Oh, and by the way, nice bracelet.
If you go to war with Emily, no good can come of it. So move forward for you and your child.
It is for the two of us that I must do this.
Jack Porter was taken care of.
Good.
You know me. I wouldn't drink and get behind the wheel.
Blue .14.
No, no, no!
Let the record show that the defendant has entered a plea of not guilty.
Margaux, how could you? Jack could lose Carl. Can't you see that? Have a heart.
It's close enough.
This is between you and me. You leave Jack out of it.
Emily, you started this. Whatever happens to Jack is on your hands.
Jack's charges were dropped.
I'm glad to hear that.
Really, Margaux? After you stooped so low, especially with your own child on the way?
I admit I was blinded by rage. But since the only thing you respond to is fear and intimidation, I sank to your level. Because you're still preventing my child from growing up in a world that knows who Daniel truly was.
Nobody deserves that life. Which is why we have to put a stop to the cycle now. Otherwise, it will continue until everyone we love is gone. I propose a truce to protect the people we have left.
Do you think I'm a fool?
Just the opposite. I believe you're a good person, Margaux, who got caught up in all of this. We can clear Daniel's name together. You have my word.
Your word is worthless.
Not today. This is my real birth certificate. It's the one piece of evidence that can tie me to my identity. You can use it as a weapon, or you can accept it as a peace offering. You hold all the cards now. You can choose to end this.
The only way to end this is by you telling the world the truth of what happened to Daniel. Otherwise, this gesture means nothing. There's only one way, and it's not yours.
Tell me what happened. Whatever the truth, I will accept it.
Emily cornered me on the street. She said she wanted peace. She gave me her word. But then she pushed me. This is how I grieve.
I demand another phone call.
You only get one. It's not the county's fault your lawyer didn't answer.
This is a mistake. You will see it will be in every paper.
And you can tell the judge all about it in the morning.
Morning? No, I need to get out today. What do you mean, morning?
It means you were framed at the worst possible time.
Amanda.
Arraignment court closes at 4. That was 10 minutes ago. Sucks for you.
Of course you were behind this.
Well, that's a theory. We've got all night to discuss it, among other things.
No, I won't be talking to you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You'd think. 2 locked doors, 12 inches of cinder block between us, and yet...
How did you?
You have more important things to worry about.
Hurting me won't change the fact that you murdered Victoria.
You know I didn't. You don't have to get hurt. Just answer my questions. 10 extra bonus points. Where's Victoria? I know she's alive.
You are delusional.
Delusional with nothing to lose. The guard schedule gives us exactly 11 minutes, which is 4 minutes longer than I'll need.
What is all this?
I trained comprehensively to get revenge for my father. During my schooling, I learned a little something called practical munitions, the art of taking anything from your immediate environment and turning it into a weapon.
You're bluffing.
Batteries from a flashlight a guard misplaced, a set of steel keys, and there you have it. One weapon, no waiting.
What is the matter with you?
What is the matter with you, Margaux? You filled the empty space in your life with a lying, dangerous fanatic, and that is what you became. I don't have sympathy for you. You brought this on yourself.
I don't know anything.
And I don't believe you. Now, you listen to me. My father is ill, and I refuse to spend the last days of his life in prison for something that I didn't do. So, last question, Margaux. And then I start with the cheekbones. I'm only gonna ask you once. How do you want to spend the next 7 minutes?